Hey friends, Dreaming of Diamond. I know that Aubrey's invited her team as well. We have special guest, Diamond Brand Ambassador, Aubri Geurin, and she is going to talk to us about something that is a major focus, corporate wide. We're all having that gold conversation. So without further ado, I know she's got a time limit for us here, so I'm going to let her get going. So Aubri, thank you for being with us.
Awesome. Okay, so I really do have clothes on. We're just gonna prove that I have clothes on real quick. Okay, see clothes. Okay, because when I do this, just like Sadie, my hair covers my clothes. But anyway, I am wearing clothes. So now we're gonna see if I can share my screen and show you my PowerPoint. Um, I really just wanted it so that we could stay on track. So let's see if I can make this work. Hold on. I'm not exactly the most like techie. So we're gonna say you can be not super techie like me. Oh, there we go. Presenter view. We'll try that. We'll see what happens. Okay, got it. All right, can y'all see my PowerPoint? Do y'all see all these notes and stuff, or is that just me? Perfect. Okay, but it's not at the beginning. Why is it not at the beginning? Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna go to the beginning. There we go. All right, so we're gonna see how this works. All right, so when Sadie and I were talking, I was trying to figure out what's something that I could talk about that would add value to you guys and be helpful for you. So, the other thing I was thinking about is I wanted to do a call for my team tonight on how to prepare for Leaders Retreat now, because something that we all want to do is earn Leaders Retreat. But what I love about the way they've structured Leaders Retreat is that basically, if you develop a gold or you go gold, you're on your way or really close to or have earned Leaders Retreat, because the activities that are important in growing your business and developing gold leader legs are the activities that help you earn Leaders Retreat. So I think this is going to do both. And I'm super excited because really the way to earn Leaders Retreat is to have several level ones go gold. So here's some things you can do. And I actually based this training on not only what I do, but specifically one of my more recent golds that I've developed and how I developed her. And literally, the first time I talked to her, the first time I met her, she was a stranger. She was a referral from a friend of mine. And she told me, no, thanks. I'm already taking products. It might have been something like Advocare. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but it was something that she was already taking a competing product. And she's like, I'm not interested. I'm taking these products. So literally, this is what I did to get her from not interested to one of my gold leader legs. So let's see if this goes on to the next slide. Are you seeing a question? Yes, perfect. So raise your hand or drop a 1 in the comments, because I can actually only see 4 people. Drop a 1 in the comments if you think your business would grow if you could just find someone who wants to work the business with you. Right? Drop a 1 in the comments. Everybody, I mean, I've said that so many times. If I could just find some business builders, then my business would grow. But guess what? There's a problem with that. It gives away your power. It's depressing. Anytime I give someone else the power to grow my business, that is not a good place to be. The truth is, business builders, gold leader legs, are developed, not found. I did not find the gold I'm talking about. The first time I talked to her, she said no. And that's great news for you, because if gold leader legs, business builders, are developed, not found, you can master that skill set. Okay? So I tried to think of a cool analogy for this. I thought about using like beams in a house or something, but I'm not in construction and I figured I'd screw that analogy up. So we're just going to talk about the key drip sites. It's kind of a drip process. We talk about dripping on Facebook or Instagram to build engagement. This is a drip process. There are 6 kind of key areas where I thought of that you need to focus. You need to work through these 6 key areas to be able to develop gold leader legs. And so we're going to talk about each one of these. So there's the 6, and we're going to talk about each one tonight. The first one, oh, the first one, your own belief and passion. Here's the deal. You absolutely 100% cannot build business builders or develop business builders if you don't have a passion for it. You can't cast a vision that you don't have. How many of you have ever gone to a class with a teacher like Jackson, 6th grade? We just went to his 8th grade orientation. Finley's singing right now. Sorry, she's home. We just went to his 8th grade orientation, but in 6th grade, he had a teacher that had been shuffled around, small school, and she was teaching art. Well, guess what? She didn't want to teach art. She hated art. Guess how my son felt about art that year? He hated it. In 7th grade, he had a new teacher that loved art, was passionate about art. All of a sudden, art was his favorite class. Okay, he says tech. Don't argue with me on my Zoom. It was one of his favorites. He liked it a lot more. That's my point. But your own belief and passion is what's going to, don't talk, is what's going to transfer from you to the people you're trying to develop. So think about what you're passionate about in life. What can you talk about? What gets you excited? I live in a small town. Football gets them excited. People are excited about football. They can talk about football and they get all passionate. What do you get passionate about? If you don't get passionate about the business, then you have a problem. And we got to start there and we got to fix it. Most of us started sharing about the products because we were passionate about the changes we saw in our health because of the products. And then people were interested because we were passionate and we transferred that inspiration, that vision to people. You have to do the same with the business. If you don't feel passionate about the business, you cannot transfer that. So some of you guys have been here as long as I have, or at least like a long time. I don't know how long. I don't know if Sadie's been here longer than me or not as long as me, but how many years, Sadie?
I started building the business in 2015.
Okay, so Sadie and I are close to the same. I think mine was 15 as well. So I've been here 9.5 years. My business has ebbed and flowed. Sometimes my business has shrunk. Sometimes my business has grown. I have to be passionate about my business, whether it's in a hill or a valley, or I'm not going to get out of that valley. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about how how you think about this business. Are you excited about it? Are you passionate about it? Do you think everyone should take a look at it? Do you think that you can be successful? Do you think other people can be successful? Do you love the model? Do you love network marketing? I want you to think about that because if you can't say absolutely yes, if you couldn't walk up to somebody in Walmart and tell them why network marketing is awesome, why Plexus is awesome, and why the business is awesome, and why your team is awesome, because y'all are on Sadie's team, your team is awesome. You don't have any excuses. If I were to think of like 5 people in the business that I would want to coach me, Sadie would be one of them. So y'all, like I totally mean that. I'm not just saying that. So you need to be able to walk up to people and tell them how awesome all those things are. And if you don't feel that way, you've got to work on it. Now, what I'm not saying is go work on your belief and then start trying to develop business builders. You got to do it in tandem because you're always going to be building your belief. But recognize it's a problem and start there. I can pretty much say that 95% of you guys don't have a strong enough belief in the business, a strong enough passion for the business, because if you did, you would be talking about it so much that you would be bringing people in. Okay. So I'm going to send Sadie a resource. I made in October of last year. I can't believe it was a year ago. I made a series called October Belief, and I had a video for every day, Monday through Friday, and then a bonus video over the weekend. And the first week was like belief in network marketing, and it wasn't just from Plexus people. Then the second week, I think, was belief in something else. And it was like, oh, belief in Plexus, belief in the Plexus business, belief in the Plexus products, belief in the transformation or whatever. So I'll send her that resource. It's just a list. It's not cute. It's not pretty, but it's a list of videos. And if you don't feel confident enough to share the business, or if you don't feel passionate and excited about the business, then I just want you to watch one of those a day. My team members that watched it did start talking more about the business after that, because it started to build their belief. The other thing you can do is watch a Diamond Doc every day. Okay. They're in the Plexus Go app. They're not actually hard to find. You can just go in there and you can even copy them. If you're a team leader, if you're an Emerald, I don't know what all Sadie has on her team, but if you have a team, you could go in and drop a Diamond Doc in their in their chat every day and say, watch this, let's share our takeaways. Okay. So you can do that. That's number one. We have got to get your belief stronger and your passion stronger so that when you're talking about the business, you are excited about it. Nobody's going to follow you and get excited about anything that you're not excited about. And I don't care if your business is not where you want it to be. You either need to quit or you need to get to where you believe that your business is going to get better. Like, what's the point in sitting there and just being like, I don't have any belief. This sucks. Well, that doesn't help you. That doesn't help anybody. So work on it. I don't really mean you need to quit, but I'm saying that if you're just sitting there feeling bad for yourself and where you are in your business and complaining about how things used to be, you can't move forward. There's a reason that Lot's wife was turned into salt in the Bible. She looked back. God turned her into salt. That's awful. Don't look back. Don't focus on what's behind. Look to what's ahead and look and get excited about what's possible, because all the stuff behind you says is that that's what happened in the past. It does not determine your future. But if you keep focusing on it, it will determine your future, and your future will suck. That's just, I mean, I'm sorry, but you got to look forward. You got to have hope. You got to build belief and passion. Okay. Next one. I'm a little passionate about that. Number 2, your posts and where are my pictures? Can y'all see my pictures? Because I can't see my pictures. No, that's really sad. Let's see if we can get it to go back and show some pictures. Y'all just might not get any pictures. Well, imagine I have cute pictures. I don't know where they are. All right. Your posts and your conversations. First thing, go back and look at how often you post about the opportunity, about the business. If you're like most people I know, it's not real often. You're going to attract what you talk about. I know. I mean, I love to post about the products. I love to post weight loss testimonies. It makes people sign up, but it doesn't make people want to work the business. So I'm having to force myself to at least once a week. If you're not posting about the business much at all, just give yourself a goal of once a week, make a post about the business. Maybe even 2 times a week if you really want to be an overachiever. And here's what you can post about. You can post testimonies. You can post something that the business had done for you. And even if it hasn't done anything big, that's okay. Most people can't imagine themselves making money like me and Sadie. They won't even pay attention because they're like, that's just for special unicorn people. But what people can relate to is, I got to buy my organic groceries. Y'all, that's like almost diamond income these days. But I got to buy organic groceries. I got to take my husband out for a date night. I got to take my kids to Chuck E. Cheese or whatever they go, Main Event. That's what they go to these days. My son wants to go to Main Event, he says. I got to get a pedicure, whatever. Like, tell the little stories, because those are the things people are wanting that they can relate to, okay? All right, that's about posting. Like, you got to post about the business, but you don't only have to post about the money. You can post about the community. I would bet that more people are looking for community right now than are even looking for money, which is crazy because we all need more money because a box of goldfish is $9. But You really need to post about the community. You need to post about the opportunity. You need to post about, what was the other one? There's another one. It went away. Anyway, you can post about, oh, just the growth, the personal growth. There are some people out there that want personal growth opportunities. Let's talk about that. One of the things you can do is just make a list of all the ways your life is better now because of Plexus and start using those for ideas. Or go in your chats with the rest of your people on Sadie's team and ask people's whys. Like, why did they do this business? Guess what? Those are reasons that other people would want to do this business. Think about what problems does the business solve for you? We do this with products. What problems do the products solve for us? All those things we aren't allowed to claim medically. Guess what? Most problems that the business solves for us, we can probably post those. Unless we post like crazy stuff about our huge incomes or our trips. But honestly, we can probably post more things about the business than we can post about the products. So you don't have to stress as much, but you want to post about those things. Then second, how do you talk about the business? Do you talk about it like it's a business and you are a CEO and it's a professional thing? Or do you talk about it like it's a hobby? When people ask, what do you default to, like for me, that'd be saying I'm a CPA. I'm not a CPA. I mean, technically, I still have my CPA license. I don't do my CPA stuff, but for a long time, I defaulted to, yeah, I'm a CPA. No, I'm a network marketer and I'm really proud of it. Like you need, I own a business in the health space. I don't know exactly what you want to say, but I want you to say it with confidence and act like you're a business owner. When you talk about what you do, I don't want you to say you're a stay-at-home mom because you may stay at home, but you also are a business owner. So I want you to think about how you talk about it and how you make yourself look. If we want people to take us seriously in this industry, we have to take ourselves and what we do seriously. We don't have to be jerks or obnoxious or condescending about it, but we do have to take ourselves seriously and actually talk about what we do like it's a real legitimate career. Okay. All right. Last one. What are you asking people to take a look at? I don't know if Sadie teaches you to send reach out messages or not. Follow what she says. But if you're talking to people, if you're on my team, everybody calls them something different. Some of my yellow people like to call it open door messages because that sounds better than ask messages or cold messages. I don't care what you call it, but you need to be asking people to take a look. That's what you do in network marketing. You ask people to take a look at your products and your opportunity. But if the only thing you ever ask people to take a look at is the products, then you are going to be on the slow bus to the business builders. You got to ask people to take a look at the opportunity. My goal that I'm talking about, I sent my friend, she's a realtor. I sent her a message and said, hey, it was a voice message. It was something along the lines of, hey, I have no idea if this is for you or not, but I'm looking for people that want to make extra income selling health products from home. Would you want to hear more in case it could help you or someone you know? That's the gist of it. She said, I'm not interested, but I think my niece might be. I think my niece would be good at this. I don't usually get referrals. I was terrified. I didn't know her niece, but I was like, okay. I was like, tell me, let's connect me with your niece. And so she gave me her number or told her to friend me on Facebook. I messaged her on Facebook. I said, hey, your Aunt Linda thinks you'd be really good at Plexus. Have you ever thought about it? And she's like, no, thank you. I'm taking these products right now and they're working. But we were friends on Facebook. So guess what? Next slide. There was a picture there too. It was kind of an ugly picture, so that's okay. I don't know why I have no pictures anymore. I'll send the slideshow to Sadie afterwards. But so guess what? I was just a human. It turned out we had some things in common. So since we had just become friends on Facebook, Facebook kept popping her up in my feed. I just commented on it, not in an attempt to change her mind. I really wasn't coming from that kind of energy. It was literally just I see her posts and I commented like a real person. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I like that. And then she saw some of my posts and we connected. And it was probably 3 months later. She's like, okay, this stuff that I told you was working, it's really not. And I'm interested in your stuff. Y'all, I didn't even really do that on purpose. Maybe God did. I think maybe God did. But I was just a human. I just connected with her. And then down the line, she was interested. Okay. So then I got her in as a customer and I helped her learn to love the products. And then we moved on from there. So the next step, there's no pictures here, which is good because I can't show pictures. It's really important to mention the business at some strategic moments. Of course, on Facebook, like you got to talk about it. In your messages, sometimes you got to ask about it. I'm not saying only send business asks. I'm a big believer in moderation in most things, unless it's coffee or cake. Then it's just good to have lots of coffee and lots of cake. But you have lots of block to go with that. But anyway, so you want to mention it on Facebook. You want to mention it in some of your messages. And you want to mention it during the recruiting and sign up process. Now, this is not even mentioning it, but it's very, very important that you follow your recruiting system every single time. And I know that Sadie has a system. She is like the queen of systems and she has a good one. And guess what? If you don't follow it, then you are screwing up your chances of building a business builder, of developing a business builder. Because if you don't follow it, if you make yourself the expert, if you make yourself special, they're going to think they can't do what you do. You're not special. I mean, really, you are. God believes you're all special and you're all amazing. But in network marketing, it's not about making you special. It's about the system being special and you follow the system. So y'all, just a plug for that, follow the system. My system is very similar to Sadie's system and it works for a reason. So that's number one. If you want to develop business builders, you have to follow the system every time. Follow your system. Number two, stop deciding for people. You are not God. You do not know their innermost thoughts. You don't really want to know their innermost thoughts. Y'all, I'm as close to an empath as they get. Like the little Myers-Briggs with the 16 personalities. Like mine's the one that it says natural empath. I almost think I have a sixth sense. I still get it wrong. I still don't know which people are going to say yes or no or going to want to work the business. I mean, I think God's just messing with me because like when I think somebody's going to be really amazing and really into it, they're not. And vice versa. He's like, quit trying to think that you know everything and just listen to me. Okay. So stop deciding for people. Number three, mention the opportunity. I like to call it my favorite part of Plexus or my favorite part of what Plexus does to every single person, every single time. Every single person, every single time. Because you don't know who's going to be interested. I mean, I had a fast start silver that was like 85 a couple of months ago. She flaked out, but that was still good practice and a good reminder that anybody could share. Okay. So mention it every single time. I like to do one of two different things. I like to ask them to post. Oh, we're going to go to the next slide. This is a first post idea. I'm going to send this slide deck to Sadie, so that y'all can have it. But basically it's just like, will you throw up these 2 lines on Facebook? They're going to say yes or they're going to say no. It doesn't matter. Your job is to ask. You need to decide how you're going to do it. You're going to mention it to every single person when they sign up, and you're going to ask them something in regards to sharing. Sadie probably has a system for that. Follow her system. But if you need a way to ask them to post, this is a really good option for posting. Okay. And those of you on my team, you have this too, but I'll give y'all this too. All right. So then the other option is, and this is from Christina and Brittany. They say, ask this question when you're doing an onboarding call with them. Okay. It's a magic question. I wonder if I can make this bigger. Maybe I can make it bigger. Basically, if you love your products, will you be open to telling people about them? Ask them that, because that's going to tell you where they are. If they say yes, then you can have a conversation about that and just help them understand that they don't even have to wait until they love them. If they say probably, but That's totally okay, because that's going to tell you what their biggest objection to sharing is. And then you can use that as a strategic way to follow up with them to help them overcome that objection. If they say yes, but they need their own results first, they need belief in the products. If they say probably, but I'm not a salesperson, they may not believe in themselves, or they may not believe in the business, or they may have a misunderstanding about the business. If they say probably, but, or maybe, but I don't have enough time, then they just need to understand what's really required of them. And they need to understand that it's probably a belief in the opportunity because they don't believe it's worth the time. So that can kind of give you just a little hint to where they are. And then they may say no, and you just say, that's totally okay. Keep in mind, though, that you do have a referral link, and it's a really generous referral bonus. It's easy to cover your products, and I have a simple system for that. Just throw it out there, just real casually. You don't have to be obnoxious. Just throw it out there. Most of the time, it takes all of these touches to build up to them being willing to actually do a business activity. So it's not about any one of these things being the magic bullet. It's about the drip of continuing to mention it at strategic times that will help you get them to that point. Just like you follow up multiple times with people with the products. I know you do that. I know you get that. Guess what? Starting a business, becoming a business builder is a bigger deal to most people than buying a box of products. So it might take longer. So you just have to keep going. Okay, next one, because we're running out of time because I'm slow. Customer care plus. Your job really starts. This is hard for me. I'm a recruiter. I like to be a recruiter. I have to work on this. Your job really starts when they sign up. It doesn't end when they sign up. Think back to when you signed up. You most likely did not have full belief in the products when you signed up. You probably had very little belief in the business when you signed up. Okay. So you have to stay connected with them and help build their belief. Key number one is pick and stick with a system. I don't care what customer care system you use. Honestly, I think they all work if you follow them, with consistency. Number two, now y'all have the best coach for this because Sadie's amazing at this. Ask open-ended questions and look for opportunities to celebrate their wins and ask them to post. You've already mentioned the business during the recruiting process and during the sign-up process, and you've asked them to post probably. Now, anytime they share a win, you're going to ask them to share. You're going to ask them to post. Here's a legitimate true life story from somebody that had not been interested in the business, and they gave me a win, and I got them to post, and they got to silver. She said, this was in a customer care message. It's really helping me too. I feel better day to day, and I'm steering away more from sweets and carbs. So then I said, and this took me forever to get this in this little bubble, but I said, oh, yay. That's such a blessing because I feel like that's one of the biggest issues we moms have. When we eat junk, and then we eat the junk and feel awful, and it makes us sluggish and cranky. And then we snap at our kids and husbands, or at least I do, and beat ourselves up for being a bad mom. So I shared, I asked her a question, how it was going. She told me it was going better. Ooh, I'm freezing. This is good. And I shared with her empathy. I said, oh, I know how you feel. That's tough. And then I said, but that's so exciting. And here's why. Then I said, question, would you be willing to do a shout out for me? Something like, I'm so excited because I've been taking this gut health stuff that is helping with my mood, energy, and cravings for sweets and carbs. Does anyone else need help with that? And then if anyone sees that and sends you a message or leaves a comment, I can help you with their questions and help them get started so you can help someone who might be silently suffering. Okay. I love that approach because it's not salesy. It's not businessy. It's, will you do a shout out for me so maybe you could help somebody? A lot of people might say yes to that. They might say no, but look what she said. She said, sure. Should I tag you? Legit. She just said it. And then she did go fast start silver from her post. Okay. So you can do these things and they can happen. That's actually a different person, not my gold. Okay. We're almost done. Step number 5. The power of envy is probably more important than anything else, especially these days. People will stick around if they feel like a part of something. It's your job to help them find a place to connect. Okay. So, one thing is when you ask the magic question, you'll learn where they need their belief built. Okay. So, like if they need their belief built in the I have 2 pictures. The really cute one of my team did not show up, but that's okay. If they need more belief in the products, invite them to a team call or a product information thing. If they need more community, I don't know what group things you guys have. We have team calls. We do some in-person meetups. We do some fun things. So just invite them to connect with your team in some way. If you don't do any team things, invite them to connect with your sponsor or invite them to connect with somebody that you feel like would fit their demographics and they would like. You just want to connect them in as many ways as possible so they'll feel like a part of something. People don't quit people. They quit things. They don't quit people. So, but if you need to help them with their belief, which is almost everybody that comes in, invite them to a product event. And then number 3, always invite them to the Sunday night Zoom. There is no reason not to invite them to the Sunday night Zoom. There's no person on the planet that doesn't need $300. Like, there's just not. Things are so expensive. Don't be scared to invite them. Be scared to not invite them and lose them. Because if you don't connect them, if you don't build their belief, if you don't help them once you sign them up, Finley's opening a bag of 100 straws. That'll be fun. Okay, if you don't get them connected or you don't build their belief, you'll probably lose them. And then that's all that time wasted. So be scared to not support them. Don't be scared to invite them. They can always say no. How many times do you get invited to things and you say no? If somebody invites you to a birthday party, somebody invited me to Bunko the other day. I'm probably not going to go because Finley's a psycho at night and I don't go places at night. But was I offended that she invited me to Bunko? Ooh, I was glad she thought of me. So anyway, invite people. Like I said, on the magic convo. Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah. So that one was the power of inviting. When you ask them, I don't know why I put the magic combo there. Oh, that's number 6. It got in. I forgot to post this is number 6. I just didn't put a 6 on there. This is the last thing. The magic combo and duplication. 2 really key things, and then I'm done. And y'all can ask questions because I'm over. The magic combo is super simple. If you can get them to find one person, your goal this whole time is to help everybody sign one person, or at least that's my thought, because if you can get them to share with one person, you can have the magic combo. The magic combo is very simple. It's, oh my goodness. And I say it that way. You can say it however you want to say it. You can be like, I'm so excited for you. I don't care how you say it. Just be excited because you are excited. Say, you just made $35, $40. I don't know what you're selling. Something like that. If 2 more people order with your referral link, you'll make $300. What do you think? Can I help you with that? I don't really like that question because that's a yes or no. So what do you think? Most people are like, oh, I think we're microwaving the straws now. Most people are like, oh, that sounds awesome. Jackson, go stop her. She's microwaving straws. Thank you. Don't yell. I could have yelled. So you just made $35. If you get 2 more people to order with your referral link, you'll make $300. What do you think? Most people are like, okay, I'm kind of interested in that. And then you help them get 2 more. Okay. Stay curious about how you can help every level 1 add 1. That's not good words there. And then use the magic combo to help them get 2 more to go silver. Now, this is very important. I did not do this. And I had issues, and I'll tell you what those issues were in a second. But after they go silver, talk to them. Talk about, hey, you just went silver. That means you made this much money. How did you, that was pretty fun and easy. What do you think about me teaching you a few things and maybe trying to earn the next set of money? You want to have that conversation. You have to have that conversation. If you do not have that conversation, then you are just taking care of, if they continue to sign people, that's great, but you're taking care of all of them. And you don't want to do that. I got a lady all the way to Fast Start Gold by taking care of all her people all the way to Fast Start Gold. And she never took ownership. She never wanted to do anything. It was all me. And while that looks cool to have a Fast Start Gold that you created, I mean, basically, I just did all the work. And she never took any ownership, and it never went anywhere past that. And that's not good. So my thing is, let's make it fun and easy till we get to silver. And then let's talk to them about, hey, you did this pretty easily. This could be something for you. Do you, I know you don't know if you want a business yet, but do you want to take some action? Let me teach you a few things that I know how to do and help you maybe get to the next level. And then we can see where you want to go from there. It's important to do that. Now, here's the other thing that happens. I don't know if your team is like this, but I'm like this and my team is like this. So I'm guessing it might be too. We're pretty good at helping our level ones get to silver. What we're not good at is following the system down to our level twos and making sure our level twos get asked to do the shout out. Make sure our level twos get asked to share. And most of my Fast Start Golds have been themselves adding 15 to 18 people. That's not a good way to get to gold. I mean, if that's the way you get to gold, it's a way to get to gold. But a smarter way to get to gold, a better way to get to gold is by developing several silvers and getting to gold that way. Corporate is now calling it go for gold, I think. Get 4 people to get 4 people, and then you get to gold. Okay, so you have 4 people and you help those 4 people get 4 people, and then you make it to gold. That is so much smarter. But that's not going to happen if you don't duplicate past that level 1. So you have to stay on top of it and micromanage and make sure that if you have a level 1 and they go silver, those people they signed, they're level 1s, you're level 2s, those people get to follow the system too. You talk to them about sharing. You help your level 1 talk to them about sharing. You help them try to get 1. You help them have the magic combo. Does that make sense? So we want to make sure that that gets duplicated down, because that's where I see the breakdown in my team. We can do that with our level 1s. Relatively, we're still not amazing at it because we get all in our head and we worry about asking them, or we worry about being pushy or too salesy. But then it doesn't go past there. So that's really important. And that's why my last slide there was the Fast Start Gold problem. And the Fast Start Gold problem really is you signing all the people, or, the person going Fast Start Gold by signing 17 people. Is it doable? Yes. Is it the smart way? No, because that person, if you get a Fast Start Gold to gold by them signing 17 people, they're going to be frustrated. They're going to be tired. They're going to be annoyed when they have nobody working with them and it's all on them. And they realize that they're going to have to keep doing that every month to sustain that. And it's not sustainable. Nobody wants to keep doing that every month. So the smarter way to do it is to, from the beginning, teach them to look for 4 people who want 4 people. And maybe just start with helping them look for 4 people, and then helping them follow the system of getting those 4 people to share with 1. And then have the magic combo. Teach them the magic combo. They heard you say the magic combo. Tell them the magic combo, and then go from there. Okay, so that is basically my tips for when to talk about the business, how to talk about the business, all that, so I can answer questions now. And that was longer than I meant for it to be, and I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna stop my share now.
Okay, perfect. Yay! Thank you so much. That was helpful. I know that I'm in a couple side chats and I'm listening to people kind of have epiphanies and aha moments, and they're loving it. So thank you so much. Historically, we don't ask a lot of questions at the end, but I'm always sad about that. So hopefully somebody will have some questions. I'm going to change it to gallery view so we can see everybody. But does anyone here, I'll stop recording.